Oh, a lot of people bottom lane from SKT here.
Marta and Uzi are in trouble. Marta gets rooted down. That's a kill. Stranglethorns won't catch Uzi. Safeguard will keep Uzi alive for a few seconds longer. Sonic Wave goes up. No! The poison killed him down. The shield wasn't enough. They don't get any reply back. Xiaohu's rooted in place. Locked down by Nethergrass. And RNG are now caught out. Voice of Light goes out. A flash over the wall from Wolf. Slicing Maelstrom. Lupus looking to kill people, but he's been silenced. He can't use the surge. Proto belts out. They kill Wolf, but that's not enough. MLXG needs to ward hop to safety.
SKT says this is not about individual players, this is a team game. They walk bot lane with all 5 members, they have a big numbers advantage. Look at your minimap, guys. There are 4 members from SKT here already and a teleport, while Kennen and Aurelion Sol are not even nearby. Uzi even dies because of the spider exploding in his face.
And you have a look at this. This is one of those team fights where you can turn on a dime. They look for the play. Big kick one more time. If that's where Lupa goes, you can maybe look to win it, but miscommunications, good silences out of Faker, and they're just able to stick with the play. SKT have some great players in their own right, and they take it to RNG there.
Faker hits every single call of the Void. And RNG, go ham or go home. Maybe it's go ham, then go home. That's the playstyle they've opted into, and they're now down 1,000 goals.
But hey, if you're RNG, you are much happier with how this early game has gone. You've continually asked the question, if SKT proves to be the better team at this style of play, hats off to them. However, they're right now playing in RNG's wheelhouse, and they are looking comfortable.
And that's really the awesome thing here, like the in-game communication. When so many fights are happening, you lose some there, you make a mistake, maybe you give up a few kills, you keep it calm, and you're like, okay, next play. Well, clearly SKT were like, bot lane is open. We can roam first with our mid laner, our jungle is already there, go straight for the dive. It happens right after a big play, top of the Lost Tower. Now we're gonna get another gank.
Proto belt forward, Duke's gonna dash to a minion, looks to taxi away. Got support coming up from the river. Blank's gonna make his way up. Dragon's Rage kick sends Duke away. Cocoon from Blank, needs to find a target. Connects onto Lupa, he's silenced. MLXG locked down by the Nethergrass. He dashes away. Here comes Xiaohu. Voice of Light is still available for the fight. Not gonna get locked in place by Bang, and SKT get another kill.
They're starting to heat up, actually, SKT. They have RNG covered. Get the rotation. They're going to pick up the 3rd outer turret of the game.
Uncontested. Now that they've pushed away Lupa, SKT, they push that lead even further.
Blank continues this trend where during the regular season, he looks weak. People question a lot of things he's doing, but when he really needs to show up in the important games, especially best of 5, he's had some really, really good games today. Great Elise play so far. He's looking for more. Sneaking after the dragon.
They're actually going to continue the pursuit. This is where you know they can start looking towards stacking up those dragons again.
But they keep getting Oceans and Cloud Drakes.
Everything's the same when you get the Elder. That doesn't matter. They've already shown what they can do with 4. And honestly, it's just beautiful to watch SKT, you know, actually fight back with fire in this game.
Exactly. They're not sitting back and just wait playing. No, they're constantly looking for the next play. They're always talking about what's going to happen in 30 seconds, what's going to happen in 1 minute, how are we going to set up that big play, how are we going to set up vision. It's really cool to see from SKT. And now you also have a much better composition at taking Baron compared to the poke comp they had earlier today. Because Malzahar puts up like 3 or 4 voidings, they tank the Baron for you. And you could burn that down even without a mountain break.
Malzahar, Zyra, this is one of the quickest Baron taking teams you can like put together.
Elise as well, why not?
Regardless, you know, whatever Drake you get. So looking at it, they have so many opportunities. Aurelia also with maximum cooldown reduction, which is she is getting towards Duke there, is one of the few top laners that is going to be able to stick with the blue Ezreal. Looks to charge him out. Everything in the mid-game team fight looks to be in SKT's favor.
Lupa needs to find a target with that slicing Maelstrom. 20 minutes have gone by, and SKT lead in kills, in towers, in dragons, in gold, in wards of the map as well. Vision deep inside Orange's jungle. And it feels like Uzi just keeps throwing out those true shot barrages for scouting missions over and over again.
If you hit that slow point of the game now, where all outer turrets are gone, no dragon is alive, and it's only Baron, but with 21 minutes into going for that Baron is fairly risky. So this is definitely where it's okay to Give it a few minutes. Yo, SKT start setting up vision and look for picks, like they're doing here.
Into the curtain call, every single shot connects. Bangs on a killing spree.
And that's just the best you can hope for, because SKT were getting into that jungle set of wards. If you then find the enemy jungler as well, we'll take the free kill. You deserve it. And this is where now SKT can start baiting in the river.
Another cocoon. Shahu is silenced. He's rooted. Uses the QSS. Already. He's actually like not on cooldown though, or is on cooldown. So Faker, once he gets that Nether Grass back up, looks to lock him down. While all this is going on, Looper and Duke, they're going toe-to-toe down bottom.
And look at the threat out of this team comp now, because they have the winning split picture. That unlocks Baron. They have the damage and the ability to be able to take it down. No ability left to face check. RNG must know that this is going on, but what do you honestly do?
Shot barrage is coming in and stop them. They're going to stop. Teleport actually coming in from Looper. Mata's down. He's already down before the fight begins. Defensive flash away from Xiaohu, and Duke is looking for Uzi. Going to stick to blue build Ezreal. Stuns him up with Equilibrium Strike. Flash and Arcane Shift, and heal still available. Summoning heal used. Duke uses the Raptors to go away. MLXG gets rid. They've killed Faker on the back end. This is a 1-for-1 fight, and everybody's summoners are blown.
And RNG right now is just thanking MLXG time and time again, because honestly, he is pretty much winning and losing the game at the same time. To go 1-for-1 here,
That was close. Cocoon and Grasping Roots. Desper's looking for more. Stuns up Wolf, forced to Protobelt away. Celestial Expansion's ticking away, ticking away. Blank's getting chunked. He gets away from the Star Surge.
Never pause in this game. There's always some fight going on.
my heart can't take it.
My voice can't take it. We start to struggle.
Right, we can swap in another play-by-play.
That works for me. And this is Mata just getting good with stuff.
Yeah, they want to go in and stop the Baron. You can see the Voidlings and plants are just tanking the Baron, and they feel like they have to go in to try and stop it. Can't give away Baron this early on in the game, and because it becomes this mess of a fight now where members are, you know, behind enemy lines, hiding. At camp, Luba's gonna flash over, surprise Faker, and actually kill him.
That's really nicely played though. For
Yeah.
a little split skirmish 2v2, to come up trumps like that.
I mean, we had so many nice skirmishes in this game. This mechanics being tested left and right.
SKT opted into the madness of that fight, got pulled across multiple directions. They're a bit more even than maybe you would have expected. Martin and MLXG, they're looking for a play. They jumped onto Wolf, flash for flash. True Shot Barrage even thrown across to try and tag it.
Now, there's definitely still a big chance for RNG to win team fights, despite being down 4 people. I think later on it gets even harder in this game. Aurelion Sol, when it comes to like scaling and late game, really needs to be ahead to be that impactful in team fights. But he is getting towards his rivals. Once he gets that one item completed for himself, they can actually look to win some fights. But it's a very short window, and if SKT gets Baron, it might be game over.
And the LPL teams do like to talk about Aurelion's Sol's control that he brings to a game. Not necessarily the raw damage output, but the fact that you're always able to stay up in that front line, you have the slow deal, and it keeps Uzi safe. So that's what you have to look for, not necessarily the damage numbers, and his those skill shots. They can still push to the late game.
That's what Xiaohu and Uzi have to do. They've got no more room for error. Sonic Wave onto Faker, followed to the resonating strike. The kick comes out. Faker is exhausted. He's going to go down shortly. The damage comes out. It's Mata that secures it, I believe, with the Ignite. Now Xiaohu's running for his life. The exhaust will take him down. Curtain call tags Mata. MLXG on the back end. There goes Duke. Uzi was zoned away. Mata's down. 3 kills for SKT.
That was actually a nice setup by MLXG. He managed to tag the Sonic Wave onto Faker, destroyed the passive, then followed it and kicked Faker back because there's no flash on the Malzahar. Problem is, the rest of SKT were already there, and the one guy who was missing, well, that was Duke, and he was busy taking down Uzi.
And that means it is actually going to open up the Baron play, the one play that RNG wanted to stall out, did not want to give the opportunity for opportunistic. You have to say that the SKT line...
Wait, why are you back? Oh, they're waiting for Faker, they're waiting for Faker. Don't worry, wait for Faker.
That's real shot calling. That's the power of a shot caller right there.
That is amazing. 5-man Baron.
Well, when you've been the best player in the world for many, many years, you get certain perks. Like, hey, don't kill that Baron before I'm alive. It's only 5 seconds. That's a Reaper from 4. Really good play by MLXG, and Faker tries to ulti the Lee Sin just before he kicks it back. Sadly for him, he's not in time, and it does go down, but the rest of the team can follow.
And this is the thing, you see Aurelia on the back end of the team fight, looking for the big flank. Uzi's been chunked out, and then Duke just gets reset after reset and is able to dance around everyone. This is what to be able to do on Aurelia, and this is what happens when she hits that mid-game spike. She is not yet late game where she begins to fall off.
Yeah, that's kind of the important thing. We highlighted earlier how RNG were winning every lane early on. And they were pushing every lane. The problem for RNG was when they gave away 3 kills to SKT, it kind of evened out that advantage. And SKT, once they got out of the laning phase, got 1 or 2 items completed, have just been able to take over the game and win fight after fight. It really got past the early start against Kennen. Malzahar got to 2 or 3 items, and he's a monster now.
And you can just see, and it's not good enough for an early game versus this team. You have to be able to win multiple stages. You have to be able to close them out and play consistently the limit.
Can't make mistakes. Get the advantage, keep the advantage, don't hand it back.
How on earth do you look to play against SKT? They played slow, they played fast, they played aggressive. And that's just in this series. SK Telecom are moments or minutes away from guaranteeing their flight to New York City. Joining another Korean squad in the semi-finals. Bang's flashed away. GLP is used to slow him down. Very good star search. Bang's still alive for a few seconds.
Oh!
Bang gets one back. They trade 1 for 1. The rest of RNG now have got to peel away. Faker's pushing down in the bottom lane. He gets the tower.
And this is the problem when you don't actually get a big advantage for it. When you allow the side lanes to continue to spill over, it just means even though it's a 1 for 1, you're still losing out on overall map pressure.
Everywhere. Duke's going to take a tower top. The rest of the team gets a tower middle. And that's number 5 falling over. Duke makes it number 6. There are no outer turrets remaining.
And once again, you just have to look at SKT and honestly be scared for everyone else right now, because you give them anything and they are the masters at punishing.
They are indeed. MLXG's looking for Faker, gets the kick backwards. Uzi's getting the damage. Very good call of the void. That silences everybody. Slicing Maelstrom just for Duke. He moves towards Faker, gets the stun, but it's MLXG that's down. Duke is running amok. Uzi's running out of mana, and Lupa goes down. Xiaohu, Uzi, and Mata left standing against 5 members of SKT.
RNG's trying again to look for the fight, trying to fight their way back in this game, but sadly for them, SKT simply outplaying them and have a massive advantage at this point. Every single member is ahead in goal. And RNG, they have to pull up a miracle.
They certainly do, and you see one more time, they're looking for the play. They speed him up, sending it. Gets the kick one more time to break the ultimate to the top. Unfortunately, however, Lupa's not able to get access to that backline. The disciplined play out of SKT, and Duke is just way too big.
Royal never give up. Look to be leaving Worlds 2016 the way they came.
Guns blazing, and you know, they're a polarizing team. People are going to say, you know, this is sloppy League of Legends, but really backs against the wall. They want to decide to fight. SKT has been the better, more composed lineup in that regard.
Yeah, ignore a few of their mistakes. Maybe to actually, let's see, Blank.
Is in a lot of trouble. Support coming from multiple sides. Blank buys enough time with the repel. Marta's rooted down. Blank manages to flash into the pit. Should go down. Survives the voice of light. Sidestepped. Now all of a sudden RNG are rooted. This is going to get messy. Duke's got 1, 2, looking for a third. Not going to be enough because Faker's got himself a double. Mata throws up the RNG flag, but it's a dying flag. Royal are aced.
And that is exactly what we're talking about. Another engage, but good, scrappy team fighting, and SKT come out on top.
SK Telecom have got 30 seconds to destroy the Nexus. They're going to tank it up with Spiderlings, with Voidlings. The Nexus is down. The turret will fall out shortly. And SK Telecom advance to the semi-final at Worlds.
And we get to see it again. SKT have so few weaknesses you can exploit. Early game, they're strong. Mid game, they're fantastic. Late game, they're even greater. Individual players showing up big time. Your point is someone like Blank being like, oh, underperforming jungle. But then in the best of series, he had 0 issues once he got subbed in. And that really makes it so hard to beat SKT.
And even playstyle that you criticize is their bottom lane, it's passive. Maybe you can exploit that. They play against Uzumata. Guess what? You can't exploit them. They can go toe-to-toe with the best. You know, Faker, if you send multiple people into his lane, you can frustrate him, you can rattle him and get in his head. He has risen to the occasion today and had a great series.
Chicago Theatre, put your hands together for your second semi-finalist of Worlds 2016. It's SK Telecom T1.
Yay! We did it for you.
They're cheering while I'm talking.
Of course. But really, you talked about RNG, you know, people calling it sloppy or whatever. I think in this series here, yes, there were some individual mistakes, but RNG still learned a lot compared to what we saw in the LPL playoffs as an example, where it was a lot of early mistakes, like way more of this as a team. Here you can look at MLHG and maybe say, under the pressure, he bumped. Individual players in the end didn't show up, but I think RNG as a team still, especially with game 1 in mind, actually had a pretty good point.
Yeah, definitely agree with that, and I think that you have to look at people like MLXG and Xiao and think that they do have a long time left in their League of Legends career, and that they went toe-to-toe with some of the best today. I mean, Faker in that mid lane is certainly no slouch, and Xiao, who did step up to the occasion. It's just that SKT are too good in this situation. You can't make the same kind of mistakes in game 2 and 3 that they did, and they're going to beat you for that.
Is that problem where whenever a team makes a great play, sometimes you expect the other team to mess up? SKT doesn't do that. They just make a great play in return. So you can keep making good plays, and if you make one mistake, well, they won't make the same mistake, and they punish you straight away for it, and then you end up losing a few kills. And once you give away some of the advantage going into mid-game, SKT just turns it on. They know exactly what to do, where to gank, where to send members, and that's why that's so difficult to play against. They can play perfect League of Legends, and you can beat them. They make mistakes. They just make way less mistakes than other teams.
And I think that what this series really demonstrated to me is the fact that even though they're a great team, these individual members are way underrated in like terms of what they actually can do. Whereas Wolf time and time again is able to scout, outflank, and then mechanically outplay great players. Like that to me was like, that's scary when not only are they playing great as a team, but the individual players are just continually stepping up and matching the pace.
2 out of the 4 semi-final teams have been locked in. It is both Korean squads. We are looking more and more likely to have a Korea versus Korea final, and SKT have a history of getting better as the tournament goes on. This level that we saw here today, is this their final form, or is there still room to improve? I mean, they did drop a game, so I guess the answer is
yeah. For Angel, there's always room to improve. Obviously, I think we saw a few things here and there, but it's minimal. You know, SKT played extremely well, especially outside of laning phase. There's so few things you can highlight. Because we were watching it, obviously, with vision on both sides. They're only watching with their information.
And you still need some luck to beat this team. I mean, if it's not double Mountain Inferno, does RNG even win game 1? I mean, the Baron would stop incredibly quick, so, you know, you need to play great League of Legends, then you need to be incredibly lucky at the same time.
I think I'm going to go back and watch the alternate stream for that one, because it was the Nightmare stream. It was Fog of War from RNG's point of view. And
see nothing.
We're getting ready for the interview. You can hear from the crowd exactly who that's going to be. But for RNG, the tournament is now done. Yeah. They are over. They will be going home. It's the same result this time in the quarterfinals, not semifinals, against SKT. It was always going to be an uphill struggle, and they just didn't have the magic.
I think game 1 and 4, they will look at and they'll be like, we came in, we did it our way, we won one of them, we lost one of them. What the heck happened in game 2 and 3? If they could have played 4 games like that, they would have left Worlds, even if it was at this stage, much happier than what I think they are now.
While SKT looked fantastic, we have to remember there are teams like Samsung who also look really, really good for group stage into the quarterfinal. There's a lot of experience playing against SKT. Rux Tigers are heavy favorites to make it into the semifinal as well. There are definitely teams who are close to as good, if not as good as SKT, and can definitely challenge them in best out of 5.
Let's see who qualifies and who will be challenged in the semifinals. But now, though, let's send it down to Shucks, who's standing by for a post-game interview with Faker.
Thank you very much, Trevor. Well, the crowd is definitely excited. SKT advancing to the semifinals. Faker, congratulations up first. Talk to me about the series. Dropped the first game, much like at MSI, but then completely took off. What was the experience? How did you reset after game 1 to go into a 3-1 victory?
우선 4강 진출 축하드리고요. 오늘 경기에서 1경기에서는 RNG 팀의 일격을 맞았는데 금방 경기를 회복해서 내리 3경기를 이겼습니다. 어떻게 그렇게 바로 리셋을 해서 좋은 경기력을 끌어올렸는지 말씀해 주세요.
제가 1경기 때 손도 좀 많이 차갑고 약간 제가 플레이가 많이 안 돼서 1경기 때 미드 라인에서 압박을 많이 못 넣어줬는데 2경기 때부터는 좀 잘 돼서 그냥 좀 자연스럽게 잘 된 것 같아요.
So at game one, actually my hand was still cold. And I don't think I was warmed up completely, and so I didn't perform too well. But starting from game two, I got to have my games going on, and I had some good plays. So I think starting from that point, it was okay for us. Yeah.
Well, you did win. It was a very interesting matchup to watch because it was the same one at MSI, but now Uzi was on the roster for RNG. How much different was this matchup versus them as it was to the one at MSI?
MSI 4강에 이어서 다시 한번 R&D 팀에 붙게 되었는데 그 당시 R&D 팀과 다른 점은 이번엔 우지 선수가 로스터에 추가되었는데요. 그 당시 R&D 팀과의 경기랑 이번 경기는 어떻게 달랐었는지 말씀해 주세요.
그때 당시나 지금이나 좀 강력한 팀인 건 맞지만 그때보다 이번 경기가 저는 좀 더 쉬웠다고 보고 이번 경기에서 좀 상대가 롤드컵 경험도 없고 또 뭔가 약간 긴장된 듯한 플레이를 보여서 저희가 좀 더 쉽게 이겼던 것 같습니다.
So I think like compared